Hello and good evening on this final day of the calendar year 2021. Now, I know that many different people have different calendars. So the Chinese New Year comes at a different time, the Jewish New Year at a different time. There isn't just one kind of calendar, and of course for Islam as well, a different calendar. And even within Christianity, there are different calendars for when Christmas comes and when the special feast after 12 days of Christmas arrives, the Feast of the Epiphany. Because for Christians, they're celebrating, I'm a Christian too, so I'm celebrating 12 days of Christmas that aren't over yet. And in the middle of that, the year changes, the calendar changes too. So, however special this moment of New Year is compared to other New Year celebrations you might have, I hope that in this real quietness at the University of Sheffield, where nearly everything at least, is closed down, even though some of us might be studying or reflecting on our working year and the year ahead, I hope that this moment of stillness is a time where we can all hope for some new peace and for new purpose in 2022. So many of our purposes and plans have been sent in different directions by this really shocking and tragic pandemic emergency of the last 24 months, of the last 2 years. And I am very hopeful for each of us that we can think of what our purpose is in a way that isn't clouded too much by the pandemic period that lies ahead. However, for some of us, we may have griefs and sufferings that we're still getting over from the last 2 years and things that we are still unable to do. So as this year changes into a new year, let me express my hope for each of you, my wish that the new year begins where you feel that you can at least take charge of some of your purposes with confidence, even if there are other purposes that you know are still well beyond your control. Even if there were no pandemic, I know that we cannot always pre-set and organize our futures. Sometimes the future happens to us when we're busy making other plans. As a Christian, I know that what I want to do with my future and with the year ahead is entrust it to God, the divine author of love. And as a Christian too, I understand the nature of God as one that's lived a human life in Jesus the Christ. So I wish to entrust my future to a God who lived in an uncertain and trepidatious, daunting future as a human being. So my understanding of God is that God is in solidarity with me and with all of us as this new year begins. So that's my message to you all tonight.